Okay everyone, it is a Tuesday, about 82 degrees, hot and humid, and we are at the HARRODSBURG Kentucky Goodwill. So let's go in and see what they have. The color tag for this week is blue, and that's only on clothing and linen. All of our Kentucky stores don't do anything but tags on clothing and linen. So when you first come in, right here to the left was where they had their furniture, and we were looking at this little wooden chest. They wanted $25 for it. I don't know why I didn't pick it up. We probably could have marked it up just a little and put it in our booth, because furniture really sells at our booth. But we're in HARRODSBURG, and our booth is in Danville, which is only like 15 minutes away from here. And this little table already sold. I don't know what it sold for, but it's really cute. It looked really cute on the back porch. Now, looking in their cases, I really don't see anything of great value. But I know that they don't give out bags anymore, and I have ordered a Country Girl thrifter bag of my own. So if you see me out and about carrying my bag, you'll know who I am, and always stop and say hello, and we'll take a picture if you like. Now, I did see this little Mrs. Claus, and I think this was made out of corn husk or paper. You'll see the Mr. Claus here in just a moment. I'm looking at this blue creamer and sugar bowl, and I'm wondering, Goodwill, if you would like to have a little more tape on that. I mean, it is in the case. Does it really need all of that on it? It just ruins things. Just walking down the purse aisle, I did spot, you guys have to forgive me, I've sort of lost my voice and I'm not sure what's going on, but I'll try to get through this video the best I can. But I love the colors on this handbag, and they wanted $5.99. It looked very, very clean, and I thought this would be really cute, straight from summer into fall. But it had a problem there. But when I went to check out today, believe it or not, somebody picked that up. Maybe they're going to know a way to mend that strap on there. But I thought it was very cute. It wasn't a real leather, but it was a very nice handbag. Coming up here on some more furniture, I did spot this chair. I envisioned this sitting in a doctor's office maybe back in the 70s, but this thing was so heavy and so thick. They wanted $7.99, and if somebody wanted a nice little chair, you know, to sit in an office, oh my gosh, this thing will last a lifetime. It was solid wood. And I see this Trooper wheelbarrow. It is metal. It's chippy and it's chipping. And they do sell for about $55. But look at this. How cute would this be for in your yard, around a flower bed, or in your landscaping? You could paint it any color you want. And have you guys priced planters that go out in your yard anymore? It's almost ridiculous. So here's a great idea. And just plant your flowers in it. Be sure and drill a couple of holes in it so it doesn't hold a lot of moisture. And this little desk set would just be adorable in a child's room for doing their homework. They wanted $35 for the set. Very clean, very nice. I almost considered would it work in my sewing room, but I already have one that Mr. Fix-It made me, so I'm going to keep the one I got. But that's not a bad buy for both pieces, and it's very clean. And here's a little mid-modern century bar stools for $12.99 each. I don't think there's much you could do on changing these. Somebody is selling just a pair of them for $120. Asking and selling is two different things, of course. And I spent a little time looking at this wreath. It's really big. The bow, it just needs to be replaced. They wanted $12.99 for it. I considered getting it and putting it out on the gate at the driveway, but my husband parks his truck there, so you probably wouldn't even see it. So I went ahead and passed it up. They didn't have a whole lot on their end caps as far as color coding. This is about the third time I've been in this Goodwill, and we haven't had too much success on finding things that we like. $20 for a TV. And of course, I'm always looking for farmhouse stuff for my home, cottage stuff for my she shed, and then, I don't know, just various items for our booth. I did see these little lamps. They went at $5. There was two of them, but I wasn't crazy about all the silver and gray on them, and I just think that that sort of dates them. I mean, I guess you could put new lampshades on those, but the silver. And I'm showing you this clock. We're on the hunt for this. My husband wants one of these lip number clock. It's what he calls it. So we're always looking for one, and we're hoping one day we'll come across one that looks just like that. Now, I know they sell them on Amazon, but it's just not the same. Looking at this little bucket, I'm trying to figure out, would this be a great planter, on my back porch, or, what could I do with this? It needs a good cleaning up, but I just couldn't make up my mind where I would put it, so I left it on the shelf for the next person to pick up. I spotted this colorful bird creamer, and that's what I thought it was. I thought it was a creamer, but it's really too large. It's actually a watering pitcher to set by your plants and water your plants. These are brand new. In the cart they're going to go. Those will go down to the booth. I don't know, I may use them in my kitchen. I love these farmhouse style black and white chargers. I wish they had 4. They only had 2, so 2 wouldn't work for me. And I come across these curtain rods. They were brand new in the box. Goodwill wanted $14.99 for each. There was 2, and I was thinking I could use those in my she shed, but that was a little pricey. But when I did an online check, those one particular curtain rods sell for $30 a piece. But I've got a different idea for my curtains and my windows in my she shed, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. And that'll probably be over on my decorating channel, Rebecca Rohr Home, so be sure and follow me over there. I did see these rustic plates, and they're actually from Hobby Lobby, and they're actually a vintage set. I believe they only had 3. If they had 4, I would have been a little more interested, and I don't know if I would usually, decorate with those without having the whole set, because there were plates and other pieces to it. But let me know in the comments if you remember those being sold at Hobby Lobby. I've been shopping at Hobby Lobby for quite a while, but I don't remember those. And here's a little mini sewing machine. We're on the hunt for one for my daughter, but not the mini. These were cute little cocoa mugs. They had two, and these would be really cute. They're 99 cents each on a hot cocoa bar for the winter time. I usually set one up. Everybody loves going to the hot cocoa, making a hot chocolate with marshmallows and all kinds of goody stuff. This old bench was vintage for $5.99, and it was all chipped up. But for someone that likes some antique furniture, this would be great in a hallway. And the leather was true leather on the top of that. Who else doesn't like how they're storing their wall art? I'm a short person. I can't get it out. This is just awkward. They need to put it back on the wall and maybe put their pillows in that. So Goodwill, there's a suggestion for you. Put your pillows in there and put your wall art back on the wall, because I can't rummage through that. I can't lift those things out. And this Goodwill here is near two wedding barn venues, and I think that's why we see so many votive candles and wine glasses and water glasses and everything like that at this Goodwill. But they have two barn venues here in this area just down the road. And they even have, one of them has cabins that your family can stay at, and then you have the big wedding and reception there in the barn. But like all Goodwills, there's always lots of glassware. And these are some of those glasses, the smoke glasses, $2.99 each. They had 12. It was a pretty set. So if you happen to be looking for some wedding stuff, this would be the Goodwill in our area to go look for. And here's some more of those smoke wine glasses. And I do believe they wanted $1.99 each on those. And I don't think these were canning jars. I want to say that some kind of spaghetti sauce came in those. I don't know. If you guys know, let me know in the comment. These were really cute holiday water glasses. Be cute on the table, 99 cents each. I don't decorate my table very fancy, just, I don't know, just sort of plain Jane. I wish I had picked this up. This is a vintage piece, and when I tried to Google it, there's not another one out there to be found on any of the sites. It had no chips. I wish I picked it up. And I did pick up this coffee sign for $1.99. That'll go in the booth. Any coffee sign I put in there sells. And this is a Byers, B-Y-E-R-S, caroler. And they do look creepy, but they're very collectible. You have to let me know if you collect them. They look like they might be a good seller. But I did not pick it up. I do not have the time to list anything right now. I am busy with a lot of other different projects going on, and I just don't have time to be listing things right now. Wintertime is fine, and I don't even know what they were asking for that. These look like these little dishes that they would put your sauce in at a hibachi grill. That's what they look like to me. I don't think they were ironstone, but ceramic, made in China. And I didn't even price that jar. Somebody had put a witch hat decal on it. I should have priced that because I love those storage jars, and they're great to put little collectibles in. Oh look, the whole family gets a leash. His, hers, and Fido's. Anyone up for a gray plaid pumpkin? They wanted $1.99 each. There was a smaller one, I think, on the shelf too. Not too impressed with the gray. Here's another one of those tile pieces. This was actually metal, but you could paint this and distress it, or maybe even put a different tile in there. I did like the natural wood and the little metal legs to it. This little plaid ceramic pumpkin was really cute. $1.99 for that. So you guys have to tell me, when you go thrifting, do you thrift for all seasons? Do you pick up off season? It's a little bit hard to think that far out, how you're going to decorate, but do you pick up those seasonal items? I thought this was really pretty. It would need cleaning up a little. A little warm salt water would clean the dust off of those florals. And these things I thought was hand painted by a child, but they're actually collectible Norwell's Mr. and Mrs. Farm Cow ceramic figurines. And I think they're pretty highly collectible. You can find them on the Weird and Wonderful secondhand shops. Now, I have to stop and talk about this item. Now, I don't know who in Goodwill would think that somebody would want to buy this. It's got votive candles inside. That's what it says is inside of this paper box that is so taped up, sticker on the top, taped all the way around. So when you take that tape off, what do you think's going to happen to that item? I mean, come on, Goodwill. Talking about picking up seasonal items, I found this little metal peppermint lane sign. I think it's going to go great with this little thrifted candy cane dish that I had found, and so many people ask me where I got that. I thrifted it at a yard sale last year, and I put it out on display, and I love it. And I think that little peppermint lane sign is just going to be adorable along with that candy dish. Oh, look, I found a little teapot, short and stout. I love the color of blue on this. Although it's missing the lid, you could put some little summer yellow flowers in that. Wouldn't that look adorable, either in a kitchen, on a hutch, or even out in a she shed? I found this piece of wall art for the bathroom for $1.99. I love the glass. I love the aqua color. I'm not crazy about the frame, but that could be painted. I love these metal wallflowers. They wanted $4 for this. It looked like it had actually yellowed a little bit, and I really didn't want another project of cleaning that up or spray painting it. And this little tray was adorable. I don't know, I wasn't crazy that it was square, but it was very nice, wood and metal. Here's another one of those storage boxes. This one had a little damage on it. And looks like they were asking $1.99. I'm coming up on some wall art, some smaller pieces over here on the shelf. And they have Pinky and Blue Boy, $24.99 each. But they have it just crammed in there. It's damaging the frame and everything like that. And I'm not crazy over them. I mean, I think there is some people maybe still looking for these. But the internet is flooded with these in all various sizes. So it wasn't something that was going to be a great reseller in my booth. So I left them on the shelf for whoever may be looking for that particular set. Remember Mrs. Claus up front? Well, here is Santa Claus here. And he is made out of corn husk. I thought it was paper mache at first, and they only want 99 cents. And here I am regretting not picking them up after I seen both of them, because I didn't notice Mrs. Claus until after I got home looking at the video. But if I should ever go back and they're still on the shelf, I would like to pick them up. And I love this little grapevine snowman. The bow just needed fixing and all ready to go. And I may put that out in my she shed, or I may take it down to the booth. I'm not sure, but for 99 cents it went in my cart. There was a whole aisle of seasonal Christmas stuff, and they didn't lack in the toys. If you bring your kiddos in to look at some toys, they weren't lacking in that department either. I sort of just glanced over the linen. Nothing really, stood out to me. In the basket aisle, it was just nothing there really. And nothing in the linens. And I did browse over the pillows. I didn't see anything that I would take home with me. And now for my haul. It's not great, guys. I brought home the little snowman, grapevine snowman for 99 cents, a little coffee sign for $1.99, peppermint sign for $1.99, and the oven mitt and the tea towel was 99 cents each.